LEC week 1, day 1, Rogue versus Misfits. Alright, so Lucian Irelia ban seemed pretty standard by most European teams. They ban Irelia blue side. The Lucian just means they don't want to one pick the Lucian and then play bot side with it. And then Casio Aatrox, pretty standard bans on purple, as expected. They missed a ban or something? Alright, they missed a ban. So, or maybe they weren't allowed it, I don't know. So first pick Urgot is pretty expected, and then they go for the Rakan. Europe's priority on Akali doesn't seem too high, so this seems pretty standard. And then they go for the Lissandra as well. So that's a pretty common thing. I think we saw it in the previous game, 1-2 Lissandra, when these are the banned champions. So who did we see that did the Akali into Lissandra? It was Fnatic. We didn't like it. The Lissandra had perma pressure on the Akali. The Akali wins side lanes, but that was the reason why it was so bad is because the bot lane matchup. They had Lucian bot lane. So this game they don't have Lucian bot lane, so it could actually be better. Say they get like an Ezreal TK or just something with TK that's very self-sustaining, then as long as they don't get super out pressured by Alessandro hovering towards bottom, I mean, I feel like they will, but if they can survive, it can be good. Alright. And they go for Scion. Honestly, it's okay. Just a Scion. Now they just need jungle and mid lane, or jungle AD. So don't want to go against Ira Khan. See, so they ban. I don't know why they ban the Caitlyn, but I like banning the Ezreal. Ezreal TK. It's usually pretty good into Rakan lanes. Callista. So I'm not sure who they go for here. Varus, Kaisa, Draven. So that's why they banned it, I guess. So I'm kind of curious who they pick into the Draven, because they actually did pretty good bans. Like there are a lot of ADs banned right now. So they kind of have to go Varus, which is still fine. Like Varus DK is a really good lane, especially into the Rakan Draven. Like once you get level 6 bot lane, yes, the Rakan can engage with Draven, but you have TK eat, and then any time that Varus engages with like an Akali coming down or a Xin Zhao coming down, it is kind of a free kill. And what's pretty good about this bot lane is if early game doesn't go to shit, which I'm kind of scared it will because, like we saw earlier, you have the Lissandra into Akali. And so that's going to have Prio. You have the Draven Rakan. So they actually could get pushed the top Kenj Varus. But with this mid lane hovering down, it's going to be really scary. But if they can get out mid game, get a good 1-3-1 going, they're going to have mid Prio. They're going to have Prio on the side lane with Akali. So it's kind of up to Misfits to see if they can get a good big lead early and snowball with this Draven. I think this is going to be. It's actually pretty good drafts on both sides. It's pretty clear now why they drafted the Scion. If they were banning that way, it seemed like they knew that they're going to go for an aggro bot lane. And now they can like hover towards bottom on repeat and not really worry about top. And so as he'll just survive. So I kind of want to see Xin Zhao try to split the map here. It is really hard. Okay, so Maxlord does a smart thing. He starts. So a lot of junglers will. Wow, and so has fake leashes. He takes damage too. So a lot of junglers will start red here, and then if you start red, then blue side can split map bottom, and you don't really want if you have a Draven bottom, you don't want blue side to split map on you because then your Draven under turret and it feels really bad. You want your Draven to be able to play aggro. And so what Lee Sin does here is he starts blue and he fake leashes, so Rogue doesn't even know that Lee Sin started blues, and Zhao might still try to split the map, but if not, it's still just a perfectly fine situation for the Draven. He's not getting completely out pressured because the Lee Sin is on his side. So they're gonna run into each other soon. Oh my god. No way. Alright, it's over. Where is the ward? They're crazy. They're insane. That's really smart. So Zinzao doesn't know that he was seen because the ward was placed there. The Lee Sin's in the area. They literally just go on him. They don't know Lee Sin is here. They're 2 next level. That was really nice. So that was like starting from level 1. Like that comes down to Stoaz fake leashing as well. Because they don't know Lee Sin's bot lane. The Zinzao has no reason to suspect anything. Like even the ward placements from level 1 are watching for that. Alright, so Zangox is doing pretty well in this matchup. He's gonna need a push soon. If Lissandra can TP back and freeze the wave, it's gonna feel pretty bad for the Akali. Yeah, so Akali has to stay. And then so this is really bad. So Akali doesn't get the push, so Akali's stuck on the map with item disadvantage. Ball lane is gonna have perma push as well. He already has a Vamp Scepter. There's no possible way they can contest this Fire Dragon unless Zinzao and Urgot just become God mode here. They do have TP advantage, but it's not worth it. Alright, Kikis gets top crab. Yeah, so this is how the game. I mean, Draven should have a kill yet, but you can see how the game's gonna play out with Lissandra constantly pushing mid, hovering down towards bot side. Lee Sin's even taking the red now, so Kikis is forced to invade the jungle. But since Maxlore started his blue, he actually does even have time here to like clear the jungle and even go topside to catch some of his top camps as well. So it's not even like a hardcore map split since it took so long for him to do his own red buff. And then Cyan here is so hard to punish. Alright, I'm expecting Lee Sin to go to his top side here. Wow. Wasn't that worded? Pretty solid. So yeah, now Lee Sin's gonna be feeling really nice as well. He gets his top side as well as Zinzel's bot side. And now they have complete control of bot jungle. Yeah, this is gonna be a fast snowball. Draven almost has 3 plates. Lissandra's gonna continually hover down. Oh, that was a good look. Oh, they went cleanse Draven. Holy crap. So let's look at the setup, because Misfits does have complete information. They do know where the Zinzao is with their wards. They see him. They think they can just one-shot the Akali. I guess that's what it is, because they just did. I don't even know if they can. I don't know. I feel like if they just play this game through Bob Prio, they don't even have to go for these. Oh my god. So Misfits ends up getting their advantages anyway, but I feel like they could have definitely done this without Lee Sin dying. Like, Varus used his ulti. His ulti's down. They know you're gonna have bot pressure now, even if this doesn't happen. Lissandra Lee Sin can just play together. As long as they respect like Tom Kench's ulti windows between them catching the waves and like moving up here, then they're fine. Alright, so was that oh god, 2 fire dragons, come on. Alright, so I like this. They end up swapping. You have to swap. But Misfits already took bot turn and swapped as well. So Misfits is gonna get Rift Herald. Draven's huge. This game should be really straightforward. Just play through Draven pressure. Play through Lissandra pushing out mid lane. And Rogue has to kind of look for these situations where Misfits mess up. So that's a pretty good look. But yeah, they didn't get it, so as long as Misfits plays decently, they're just gonna win this game. Now they just need to. Okay, so they reset. So now next goal is mid turret and fire dragon. So this is really good too. So a lot of teams actually mess this up even when they're in the lead. You're taking top turret for free. You can easily keep going and get the next turret, but fire dragon's coming out. They really want a third fire. If they get third fire with a 2-0 Draven, it's going to feel really nice. The game's probably going to be over if they get that, as long as they do nothing stupid. And there's always a chance that if you overstay somewhere, like you're really strong still, but say something happens topside and then it's like a 2 for 2, you have to reset and they get dragon in return. They're actually kind of back in the game a little bit. Whereas if you just don't even risk that, you back, make sure you get the setup with tempo at Dragon while they're dealing with this Rift Herald, they're catching waves, they have to send someone top lane, then you automatically get the Dragon setup and a really favorable fight if they want to fight it. So I thought this is really smart. So now I just played a Prio. That was a good look. I mean, where's Rakan? Oh, he has to help out Draven. What are these setups? Draven should run mid with Rakan. Alright, well, Draven's bottom. So if Zinza's here, they actually could get a 4v3. They do get a good chunk. Trading alt for alt, not too bad, but I mean, what can they really do here? Draven's here, they pushed out bottom. So I guess Misfit's setup is they're just having Lissandra be in front. He's thinking no matter what, he'll be fine. He might have to trade ulti for ulti, but since Draven and Rakan can push out Akali, as long as these guys don't die and just hold the wave, then they can come up no matter what. And then now this situation is really good. So what they did is fine. They just prioritized bot wave and then oh, that was just a straight 50-50. I mean, it was a Q smite, but still. I think Rakan should be on this side. Oh, never mind. Side on the side is actually doing work there. Is it over? Yeah. Alright. Misfits is pretty good. So now Rogue's got to really go for interesting plays here. So you got to start stacking waves to look for number advantage fights. So they're going top, TK ulti. Alright, they pretty much did everything right here. But I'm afraid they're still going to get styled on. Frustrated. They slowed him. Alright. That was a good look. I like that. So it starts with mid wave. So they catch mid. Varus TK, and then while they catch mid here, they're like, okay, we have like 15 seconds to make this play before next mid wave, so they just go right away. Urgot's fighting in a side lane, he can get there slightly before the Draven. And these are 100% the plays you have to go for when you're behind like this. You have to get some shutdowns, get those number advantage fights, and just hope that Misfits mess up. There's no reason for Lissandra to be in this situation, but it's a mess up. Yeah, and if you can't get any priority as 3, like you can't even contest fish and mid, if you can still hold turrets, then doing what Kikis is doing is definitely what you have to do. You have to trail side lane, look for these plays. Hopefully someone messes up the way Lissandra just messed up before. And maybe you kill this guy, but probably not. Yeah. It's a good look though. And the game's over. There's no way Hansama can die. Alright. I was really clean. I was really impressed with their level 1 plan in general. So even if Xin Zhao doesn't die there, like say he runs the crab, and say he even gets the crab and Lee Sin has to leave. Where is it? Yeah, so say Xin Zhao even gets this crab and Lee Sin has to leave. It's still pretty good. Like say he doesn't go here and die. Say he sees Lee Sin is like gets him off the crab. Oh, Lee Sin still a smite. So this is really smart. So okay. So here is how this works. Jungle. So shout out to Moon because Moon actually just taught me this, which is if you're a blue side, or if anyone does red Krugs, they usually smite the Krugs. And so if he's doing, if Lee Sin has this ward here, and they have a ward here, I think. And Lee Sin did blue Gromp. Xin Zhao beats Lee Sin level 2. He's gonna have red buff. But he does red Krugs, and say Xin Zhao did red and then went to crab, they'd see him. Like they have this ward here. So then Lee Sin would know that while he's on Gromp, okay, Zin's on bot crab, I can't really fight him. I'll just clear the top side and avoid him. But since Xin Zhao did red Krugs, almost all junglers have to smite Krugs, and Lee Sin doesn't have to smite crab. So he knows that after this, if he goes to this crab and Xin Zhao is walking up, if Xin Zhao sees him, Lee Sin will still get this crab because he has smite. And then he'll just like ward hop away and leave if he can. So this is really smart by Lee Sin just in general. Xin Zhao going here, unless he just goes red, like these wards and Lee Sin's path is super punishing if Xin Zhao does the red Krug's path. If he does the red to crab path, then Lee Sin's path is still good. It just doesn't punish the Xin Zhao. So, and then he avoids the map split because then they both clear up, and like Xin Zhao probably runs to this crab, but then Lee Sin clears up. So just this was really smart because you see like Xin Zhao's smite is down, Lee Sin's smite is still up. Even if he runs up to here, that's still Lee Sin's crab. So that level 1 was just insane. The fact that Xin Zhao did red Krugs already kind of doomed his early game, or just made it so he didn't get like the Xin Zhao advantage you want to feel. But yeah, really well played by Misfits.